What was it like to see this machine work in a game?
Man, it was fun. Practices don't do it justice, truthfully. I mean, it was up-tempo, no huddle, slinging the ball around. You know, it was fun. Like, we were supposed to play a half, but I looked at Steph. I said, man, I don't want to come out, you know, because I was just now getting in my groove and kind of finding it out. Because at first when the bullets was flying, I was kind of like, what's going on here, you know? Because, you know, we huddle up at practice and we go, but, you know, now I see how it's going to be. It's going to be an exciting year for sure.
First 5 plays of the game, 5 different receivers caught a pass.
Yeah.
What does that say about what this offense is?
Yeah. I mean, when I saw it happen, I was just like, it was just like bing, 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 bing. I was like, when is it my turn? Next thing you know, it's my turn. And, you know, I caught it. And, you know, it was fun.
Emmanuel Sanders bringing a Super Bowl ring to Denver and Buffalo, and from Denver to Buffalo, and plenty of high-level experience throughout the NFL. Thrilled to be with Josh Allen. Got his first feel in a game with Josh Allen over the weekend. You watched the film from Josh Allen's performance against the Green Bay Packers. We were both blown away by what we saw during the game. What was your reaction after you took a closer look at the film?
Well, still blown away, right? I think, you know, yeah, you and I, we were texting during the game just like, I mean, he's a machine. This is unbelievable. It's you know, it's getting to that Mahomes-Rodgers-ish where you just go, if you're not a great defense, he can almost beat you by himself. I mean, that's the way he makes you feel to a degree. But, you know, it's just, again, I think you continue to see the maturation and the different types of throws that he can always make there. I mean, you know, I know that's a screen, but just, again, slit like a quick sidearm throw. The appropriate throws on short throws, right? We've talked a lot about Trey Lance throwing 100-mile-per-hour fastballs on those type of footballs. Not Josh Allen. Perfect. Okay, a little bit more mustard there, but I can tell you he could throw it a lot harder. You know, he just has a great feel, and you could tell there's an unbelievable confidence in the offense. He knows where to go to the ball in every situation, and then he does this when people are not open, and he just makes it look so easy. And that's really where, you know, he's special. I mean, he had 3rd and 20. You know, we talked about this yesterday. It's like Rodgers and Mahomes. Jeez. You're almost more scared when it's 3rd and 20 because you're like, oh, no, they're going to call a deep play, and he's going to get a first down. But, you know, he's becoming the technician at the position, and then he has this great ability like we see here too to when the offense and he's not allowed to be surgical, he can just make it happen anyways, and that's where he is next level type of quarterback to me, Mike. And you know, I know we talked about like what will they do? Will they try to run the ball a little bit more this year, you know, maybe take some pressure off him, you know, just like we saw from the 49ers and a bunch of other teams. No, I think this is what they're going to be. And Emmanuel Sanders just letting you know that they're going to be. They're not taking the ball out of Big Boy's hand. My boy Blue, they know they're going down with him swinging, and he's going to put up big numbers, and it's going to be about him throwing the football all year long.
They gave him that huge contract for a reason. They were smart to do it. And, Chris, I'm glad you pointed out that screen pass because even then, there's a confidence that is becoming a swagger in the way he moves. It is like Mahomes and Rodgers. Now, with Mahomes, it's easier to notice because there's a little more
showmanship or something.
Movement.
Right.
With Rodgers, it's almost like the same as with Russell Wilson. It happens too fast for the human eye to detect it. But I think Allen is somewhere between Mahomes and Rodgers where it's there, and it shows that it's almost like when Neo was able to manipulate the Matrix, and it all kind of figured out. I know that's not a timely reference, but they're rebooting the movie,
I like
so it
that
will be
movie.
timely again.
Right.
But the idea that he's finally at the point where he understands.
Yes.
He can put his hand out and stop the bullets.
Right.
Got
He's
that
seen
kind
it
of
slow.
swagger
Right.
about
He's
him.
seen it slow. He can fight as many Mr. Andersons as he wants at one time now. I'm got you. I'm with you. You're right. He's like, oh, wait, you're going to do something tricky? I can beat you with my brain. No problem. Yep. No, I'll get to the right place and protect it up. Oh, you know, good defensive call by you? No big deal. Okay, yeah, you're doing good. I'll get out of the pocket. I'll do something here and still, you know, fight you off that way. It is. It's gotten to that point, and obviously they see that. You know, they've been seeing it. And Emmanuel Sanders, who's been around the block with Big Ben and Peyton, I mean, this is the second time this year, or this training camp, we've heard him, like, really talk about Josh Allen like, whoa, wow, like I just didn't realize it. It made me think differently about the Bills because I thought maybe they're going to try to play a style of football that's maybe not the best because they relied on Allen too much last year. But the one thing I'll say about them with the Bills, Mike, that's maybe a little different than the Chiefs, who we know like to play the same style of football, throw the ball, and do those things. You've heard me say the Chiefs got to have some element that brings teams up a little bit so then they can throw the ball deep to Tyreek Hill. The Bills, they don't need to run the ball or do that. They have all those New England short passes that we showed there that you can't just play, oh, it's Josh Allen, he's got a big arm, we're going to drop back into deep zone coverages and do what the Bucs did to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They have enough of an inventory of offense where if you do that, they'll pick you apart with screens, wide receiver screens, Edelman, Wes Welker type plays, and then when you come up, they go, zoom, it's going right by you. So it was fun to see, and, of course, he's absolutely awesome.
Josh Allen was the third quarterback taken in the 2018 draft. One of the guys taken ahead of him, Sam Darnold. It flamed out with the Jets. Now he's with the Panthers. You believe the Panthers are a team that is giving off some good vibes. That was our draft from yesterday. What did you see from Sam Darnold's performance in Carolina's preseason finale?
Yeah, well, I think, last week he only got 2 throws, but I went, oh, he looks good, like physically looks good. And then when we got into this past weekend, they let it go a little bit. The Steelers starters weren't, in the game. I get that. They played a lot of backups and everything like that. But again, it's still about the look, the offense, the way he looks in the pocket. Saw, again, confidence, nowhere to go with the ball. But I think the thing that really popped out to me, too, was just, here's Terrace Marshall, second-round pick out of LSU. Yeah, they got a lot of weapons and a lot of ways to beat you. And to me, the way this is Sam Darnold. He's made to play like this. He is going to tear you up 5, 10, 15-yard throws. That is his bread and butter. I've always said that. I think you've heard me say that. He's phenomenal in that range right there. And this Joe Brady offense, I mean, come on. I don't know how you don't look at that and go, man, he looks quick in the pocket. The release looks quick. And then he's got a weapons and system around him to where, yeah, Carolina is that team where I go watch out. I mean, the more we go here, I might pick Carolina to go to the playoffs this year. I'm really edging on that. I like the look of the total team. I think they got their quarterback, and Matt Rule's got a little mojo going down there with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, year 2 for Matt Rule as an NFL head coach. He had 1 year with the Giants as assistant offensive line coach. But, we like that hire. And last year, they weren't as bad as you would think. They only had Christian McCaffrey for a handful of games.
Right.
They've
played
really
close in a lot of
tried
games
to upgrade the roster, and we'll see what they do. Okay, Vikings offense. They had scored 9 total points going into the preseason finale at Kansas City. The Vikings ended up not winning a game in the preseason. They did manage to score, I think it was 25 on Friday night. What did you see from the film of Minnesota's offensive attack?
It just, it scares the hell out of me. I mean, I'm sure it scares the hell out of you. I mean, you're a Vikings fan. I mean, yeah. I don't know how you can go through the preseason and at some point not go out of your way to try to orchestrate a little bit more positivity for your offense and your starting offense and all those type of things. But I mean, like here, just like rewind this play one time for me and one more time. I mean, this is the most basic bullcrap play ever. And it's just, this is what I see too much of. It's 2nd and 18. Hey, tight end, go over the middle and just look at me 8 yards down the field. Receiver, go 8 yards and look at me. And then the backs go wide. Like, everybody on that defense has seen that 97 times already in training camp. Oh, inside slant into double coverage. Whoa. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. And, of course, if you don't protect or do anything like that. But, man, these players, they weren't even given a fighting chance on Minnesota's offense here. Where I want to go, yeah, you don't have to game plan, but you got to open up the playbook a little bit so you can start to work on something positive. They got nothing positive to go into the regular season with, and I think that's scary to me.
The good news is we haven't seen Dalvin
That's
Cook
right.
yet, so that could be a big difference. But look, Gary Kubiak retired kind of late, and I don't want to be overly cynical, but I kind of feel like he tried to engineer it all in a way that the only option would be his son Clint to take over and have some continuity. I mean, if you do it late enough, what are they going to do? Go hire some new offensive coordinator who's going to bring in some new system?
That's right.
That if it all falls apart this year offensively and the Vikings stink, everybody's potentially getting fired, right? So, I mean, this is a sneaky hot seat situation for Mike Zimmer. We assume they're going to be better than they were last year. The defense is better. But if that offense stinks, they're going to have a hard time being competitive. And if they don't make it to the playoffs, there could be some changes coming.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.